piping design checker need to know by Boss Glued's channel. The purpose of this video is to help the piping design checkers to be able to perform his duties and responsibilities as piping design checker and not just doing yellow line checking. All piping design checkers must ensure the correct information of the below mentioned points. Line number, specification, from and to, branch connection, piping spec break in the proper location as per PIN-ID. If any preferably be at a flange, joint, valve, each isometric must be contain only one spec. Valve accessibility, support location, insulation, instrument connection, flow arrow, high point bend, low point drain, both local and hydro test. Equipment nozzle connection and other nozzle information. Material take-off, tag numbers, sloping requirements, design requirement information, removal spool, special feature of valve like lock open, lock close, normally open and normally close, cancelled close, cancelled open, etc. PIN-ID notes and piping design standards, project specs. Documents required in design checking. Piping instrument diagram, which is called PIN-ID. Piping layouts, plot plan, including a section drawing, equipment and valve general arrangement drawing, piping specification, piping and pipe support standard. Local analysis report and stress isometric drawing, working environment standard. Important point to remember. Pump suction is bigger than the discharge line. Repair to PIN-ID. Eccentric reducer, flat side top, using for a pump suction line this is using for avoiding the air blocking pump suction, but sometimes it will be bottom flat when the source is above the pump suction nozzle, because the high point will be not in this area since source is above the suction. Pump suction line and compressor suction line keep always downward position. Avoid loop in pump suction. The continuation on or description correctly appears at each end of the line isometric, which is continued in another sheet. PSB outlet is recommended to be rising position. Checking the valve accessibility for maintenance purposes. The valve operating height minimum 250 mm to 1200 mm from the floor level. That is recommended, but 1800 is acceptable. Left check valve always horizontally installed. Swing check valve vertically and horizontally installed. Line number change is made preferably at the flange joint bulb T, not at a linear weld joint. Control station operating height 500 mm to 750 mm from the floor level. That is recommended. Shoe not required for trunnion for insulated lines. Headroom clearance minimum of 2.1 meter for access road area, 2.1 for escape road area from the ground floor level. Control station shall locate near to the walls or columns and support the control station on the both sides of the control pad. Check if band wall or the dike wall around the equipment to avoid the liquid to spread in the plant area. The volume of the dike wall is 1.5 times ideal more than the total capacity of the equipment. Recommended to use weld neck plans for pressure piping. The isometric numbering shall be according to engineering numbering system. Shoutout sa mga nag-video-video dyan at sa mga nag-watching. At salamat rin sa mga super friends sa YouTube Creator Family. Adequate pipe spoolants are provided for water type butterfly and sick valve to prevent the interference of valve rest with adjacent piping item. The minimum distance between the welds is 50 mm or 5 times the wall thickness, whichever greater unless otherwise indicated in the project specification. Unions are provided in galvanized piping where threaded in-line items need to be removed to maintenance. Also, unions are provided at regular intervals. Example, 24 meter in street run pipes. Shout out na rin sa lahat ng mga taga the community at shout out na rin sa team BLDG, pati na rin sa 31 international vlogger. Shout out sa inyo at shout out din sa YT legit tropahan. Bago ko makalimutan, shout out rin sa Support Pillows creators. Full couplings are provided where applicable for small bore piping. For piping below 2 inch, weld neck plants are not directly welded to socket weld pipe fittings. Also, pipe end pipes are not directly welded with the swage reducers. Couplings are used in between. Appropriate break-up plans are provided in piping with internal lining and hot dip galvanized piping based on the tab size. Spool configuration is made with 1 elbow or 1 T only to ensure proper galvanizing. Shout out kay Natrimid at kay Helena Dinlasa, pati na rin kay Marichat. Shout out kay Kagimba. Shout out na rin kay Kaganda at kay Kao Vlog at iba pa. Enough clearance between pipe support and the adjacent piping component, example flange, drain valve, to avoid for flange bolt removal, valve operation, etc. shall be observed. The valve stem orientation angle is indicated wherever the stem is not in the vertical and horizontal plane. Pasensya na sa mga hindi ko na shout out. Maybe sa susunod na video ko na lang kayo shout out. Shoutout sa mga naalala ko, si Paolo P. Tren, Rosibet, Miss RR, at Miss Let. Lifting lugs are provided for removable spool for above 20 kg or whichever required as per project requirements. The piping interfaces with equipment package nozzle, terminal points are checked, size rating, flange space type, and nozzle Tie-in points. Pay attention on street length requirement for such suction and discharge piping for compressor and certain pumps is as required by vendor or project specs. Maraming salamat na rin sa mga nagpapalipad at sa magpapalipad pa at sa magpa-member sa channel ko. Maraming salamat sa lahat. Pasensya na sa content ko, medyo boring para sa inyo pero naghahanap ako ng paraan nga para hindi kayo maboringan. The face-to-face dimension of valves, special items, and inline instruments items are as per approved vendor drawings, including the instrument connection are checked with the piping instrument interface drawings, instrument hookups drawings. The piping interfaces with equipment, package nozzles, terminal points are checked, size rating, plans, phase type, and nozzle tie-in points. If rotameter are installed in a vertical run, the flow shall be in upward direction. Maraming salamat na rin sa hindi pag-skip sa harang. The orifice tapping orientation is done considering liquid or gas flow as applicable. The BOM, which is the material, is as per the piping instrument interface diagram. The streetlet requirement has been provided for flow meters, example flow orifice, flow nozzles, benchometers, is as per project standard vendor requirements. The line configurations for lines containing magnetic flowmeters or vortex type flowmeters is such that they are always flooded. Flange poles are provided in the case of conical strainer to enable removal. The orientation of valve handles lever is checked in the model for proper access and commented accordingly. Branches like drains, drip legs, etc. are located with sufficient clearance from the supports, steel or other obstructions so that they do not clash during expansions or contraction and deeply size and dimensions are checked with a standard drawing for stem lines. The requirements of whip holes for atmospheric vent line is indicated. The isometric flange is readable. If required, the isometric should be split into more sheets. Dimensions and elevation are adequately given. At least one elevation is mentioned and the working point elevation for slope lights are marked. There are no holes in the isometrics. Issue of any isometric with hold requires approval by the project or management. For more details, please comment below. And thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, watch, and click the bell for notification of my next video. Please comment for your request on what topic you want for the next episode. Before ko i-end ang video na to, i-shout out ko muna yung mga member ko sa Boss Glow H channel. Shout out to out sa iyo, The Battle Diary, shout out rin sa iyo, RPTV, shout out sa iyo, at si Helena Nicole, shout out din sa iyo, at si Bukula na pa-member again, si Pati, si Kwentong Osesero, at si Michelle Mitch Rondahanon. Thank you for watching.